Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump, Ukraine, and minerals. There are a lot of conflicting reports coming out of the U.S. attempt to gain access to Ukraine's minerals. Team Trump is saying that Ukraine will accept the offer at any moment. And they've been saying that for days. Most Ukrainian sources are saying Ukraine will not accept a deal that doesn't include security guarantees. Trump has referred to the idea of Ukraine turning over mineral rights as payback for previous military support. He's demanding $500 billion. By U.S. State Department figures, the U.S. has provided less than $70 billion. Zelensky, a person who is known to like to keep his options open, has said Ukraine would be willing to work on a, quote, serious document, but that it needed to include security guarantees that would prevent Russia from attacking again. He seems to even be willing to resign if it means NATO membership for his country. Just for the Americans, real quick. How many American politicians can you think of who would give up their power to secure their country like that? What, maybe 5? The U.S. position is that if the U.S. had a stake in Ukrainian minerals, it would be interested in pursuing its own interests and protecting the minerals. So, what are the issues aside from the stated positions? Ukraine has a reason to doubt the U.S. trust me bro position. The Budapest Memorandum on Security Assurances didn't really do them a whole lot of good. So they probably want very detailed assurances. The idea of paying back more than 5 times what was given doesn't sit right with much of the Ukrainian population. Internationally, many are calling Trump's request colonialism. It's not colonialism in the technical sense, but this is definitely a kindred spirit of colonialism. Then there's the big issue. The conversation is only necessary because of Trump's transactional view of foreign policy. Under normal American foreign policy, it's kind of assumed that the U.S., or more generally the West, would get favorable treatment after a Ukrainian victory. I mean, if you run through the powers that would be interested in the minerals, you have Russia, who I'm pretty sure the Ukrainians wouldn't sell to after the war, China, who wasn't exactly helpful, and the U.S. and the West, who assisted. Just by the process of elimination, the U.S. would have at least indirect access. But that isn't how Trump views the world. In a normal timeline, after the conclusion of the war, the U.S. would use soft power through state, and probably U.S. aid, to get the mining up and running with favorable terms for the U.S. It seems pretty obvious that Trump doesn't plan on using a lot of soft power, since he spent the first month of his administration reducing U.S. capacity to engage in it. What happens with the proposal agreement is anybody's guess at the moment. Both sides seem pretty dug into their positions, but that might change at any moment. There's not a lot of informed forecasting about this specific agreement that can go on without more information. What we can say is that this is a pretty clear indication that U.S. foreign policy will remain transactionally based and focus on the short term for quite some time. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.